And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk in the Beyond. That's including the ice wall, baby. Shout out to the Grays. And as this room fill up, sharing is caring. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it. All right. Shout out to you, Seabass, Ace, Boogie. Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation's groove? To the window, to the wall. Come on, Cowboy Nation. Y'all know how it goes. Shout out to Mando. They sponsoring this show today, as well as Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Law Firm, baby. 5, 4, 3, 2. The longest intro in the life, baby. Come on with it. Whoa, we on a roll now, baby. Alida la raza es mucho elegante. Yeah. I see you, Roger, Toxic. You got it, the poet. Come on, Brandy and Eric. Randolph. I'm still not talking to you, Mortimer. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and being part of this particular episode. Shout out to Kyrie and the Dallas Mavericks, man. I heard news just broke that he's re-ing up $119 million. Kyrie! I mean, help a brother out, man. Come on, man. You know, hey, if you give me, all right, this is what I would do, Kyrie. If you would give me $9 million out of that $119 million, I would agree. The earth is flat, dog. Yeah. We in the flat earth. I'll be a flat earther for $9 million, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank you, James Brown. Shout out to you, Seabass. Yeah. Shoot. Bilingual law, I tried, but if I offended anyone, charge it to my tacos, not my heart. But shout out to you, VA boys in the house. Shout out to y'all, HBO. The area where I was at earlier this morning, they shut down the grid, and it was like blackout in the middle of like 98 degrees. 93 degrees. They got it back up in operations, and we're here live. So appreciate everybody for jumping in and tuning in. I think that's a system of control, right? Shoot, somebody said for 500,000, the earth is flat, Kyrie. Yeah, somebody said right now there'd be a flat earther for $5. Like, give me $5, man, on pump 2. But yeah, the earth is flat. Now give me that $5. Yeah, all right, what's good with you? Okay, so improvement is the name of the game. Shout out to Sam Williams. It's his birthday today, as well as Shamar James, or James Shamar, whichever name is first on him. It's his birthday today. And if it's your birthday this month, put a 2 in the chat. Let me know. Tax-free. Come on with it, Toxic Tom. Appreciate you. Mr. Slayer, what's good with you? Thank you for jumping in. So with that being said, the Dallas Cowboys heading into this offseason, we know we got some things we're going to go over. But first and foremost, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to keep things real and to continue to fight. And one of the people that's fighting for his natural life here to be a part of this particular team is by the name of Brock Hoffman. I couldn't get it out like I wanted to. Hoffman. Shoot, my bad, y'all. Yeah, I'll try to get his name out, man. Brock Hoffman is letting people know that, hey, I may be a slim offensive guard, right, or offensive lineman in general. But if you're going to fight to take my spot, I'm up at 11:02 at night And I'm fighting. I'm punching the bags and all. I'm letting y'all know that y'all may be good on Tyler Booker. I might change my name to Tyler Hoffman. But y'all better watch out, because if that's the criteria to be a guard or an offensive lineman in the National Football League for, dare I say, the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to do that. But there's nothing wrong or nothing like a guy that knows that the opportunity is there. He's right there, and a doggone rookie is about to fight him for it. And I do like that. Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel, that type of groove. So if you team Brock Hoffman, let me know. Put BH in the chat, and hopefully may the best man win. Yeah, I know we don't want to talk politics, but if he is being able to get the job done, then he should get the job. North of the border, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Law. Thanks for going live. Thank you. And let me know, Drake, how Drake doing up there, man. Somebody says, Drake Maddox says Brock Tyson. Yeah. He ain't talking about the chicken. You get what I'm saying. BH Sam Rios says that he would love to have him, as a starter here, right? Is that what we're getting at, right? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're trying to do here, Cowboy Nation? Drag, appreciate you. Thanks for being live, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, everybody, man. Thank y'all for following along this show and this channel. We try to talk about all things here during the off season. One of the things that we're going to look at here is who should improve. And the odds makers, they already declared that my guy Clarence Hill is hitting me up. The odds maker are already declaring that the Eagles got a 60, well, damn near over a 30% chance of beating us, 66.4, and we are right at 33.3. Now, I do love this time of the year. When I look at the Cowboys and we look at what they should be able to do, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that we are that far off. I think that the elixir to it all is a healthy Dak Prescott. I think he is. I think that Dak Prescott, wait a minute, north of the border says Drake never going to be good, laughing my head off. Hey, man, I heard them people still listen to Drake music now, and he's still getting all types of stuff going for him, I'd rather lie, what I'm saying, than to lose you, girl. let my terrible karaoke. Now, I'm a karaoke king over here now. Karaoke, y'all better watch out, but neither here nor there. I think that we are right around the corner. When I look at this, the areas, since we're talking about improvement, the areas that we find I need to improve at is, of course, the known knowns right here. And we already know about the unknowns, right?
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns. But there's also unknown unknowns, things we don't know that we don't know.
Yes, indeed. With that being said, we're looking right at Mayor's Live File. If you look at the title and the thumbnail, you see his name there. I'm putting the crown by him. I'm very high. I'm very high on Mayor's Live File. I think that what we seen last year, a super hungry young guy that fought and played through the echoes of the whistle, that literally he wasn't polite. He wasn't being all nice guy and say, hey, may I hit you? No, he came and hit you, knock your doggone face mask off. So I think Mayor's Live File, I think he's staying 10 toes down this season. I think you get a drastic improvement from linebacker play. I think that our linebackers, and even whereas nobody's talking about it now as far as tandems, I truly believe that the Cowboys linebackers, even though you don't know their name, but at the end by the mid parts of the season, you're gonna be saying their name, say their name. You're gonna be singing like Beyonce over there, and I'm talking about no one is around you. You're gonna be singing, man, that Live Foul coming at you. Sanborn, Kenneth Murray, oh my God, they coming at you. Now Overshown, we've seen videos and footages of him moving around. I just want us to take the cautionary approach on Overshown. I really don't want to see him week 1, 2, 3, nor 4. I think that's the situation and scenario that we going to see him down the stretch when they get cold, right? Far as the other area to improve at, or need to, dare I say, to improve in, it would be this spot right here. Is that the X-Men logo? Yeah. I think that with Mozzie Smith, and I know it sounds like regurgitating, speaking of throwing punches, Mirrors. Yeah, shout out to you, Dramatic. Yeah, if you really think about it, one can argue that if we fix this one little issue right here, that everything else can be solidified. One can argue that, right? When will it be fixed? I don't know. I don't have answers nor solutions to that. But if you fix this, they say a good pass rush and a good front seven makes your defensive back look good. It's like makeup, and trust me, too much makeup is terrible, but just a little bit, a little blush, a little eyeshadow here and there, there's nothing wrong with that face. But if that is what you're trying to go for, then I will critique the Cowboys to put a little bit of pig makeup on the pig, a little bit, not just play, but just put a little bit of makeup in that at that defensive tackle spot, and we good. Ain't this right, Roger M? Ain't this right? Toxic Tom states it's not just something that you can fix now. You need a legit dog. Oh, he mentioned dog. An interior defensive line and depths, we have neither. And he mentioned dog. George, down, George, down. Jeez. Hey, easy, George. Jeez. Hey, Toxic, man. George, get mad, man, when we start mentioning dogs. But the area or room to improve it will be right there. And if we do the matchups, us versus the Eagles week 1, these are the precautionary tales that we can say. All right, can you get pressure? Can we move their quarterback off their marker? And when you do move him off his marker, what do he look for? What are the things that he try to do? Okay, he try to run. And will we be disciplined enough to contain and get those things right in the proper way? Those are things that we have to ask ourselves. We don't want to be jaded, right? We don't want to be looked upon as a team that's only one dimensional. Look at the contenders, interior defensive line, and look at ours, right? All right, so let's talk about that. Let's put a placeholder right here, Toxic Tom. We know our edges. We get our edges. We by far can understand Dante Fowler. Even if I just put up Fowler, he had 10 or 10.5 sacks last season, and Parsons had anywhere between 13 sacks, right? If you get those levels of production just on the outside, everything else could be ancillary, right? All right, so let's move a little bit further. I'm asking you guys, the beautiful people that's watching right now, if you really contextualize Osa, out of all of the defensive tackles in the world or in the NFL now, where do you guys rank Osa Odighizuwa? Is he top 5? Is he top 10, top 15, top 20, top 25, 30th? Where do you guys rank Osa Odighizuwa? I just want to know, just from your gut feeling. Vita Vea contract is $17 million annually. Law, you think it would be to take a trade for him or to get him? Reality checks. Jerry Jones going to have to understand the value of spending that, right? Right. Carrie Kirsten says top 20, Brandy top 15, top 20. And Tristan Davis says I love Osa, but he's top 15, top 20, top 15-ish. Iceberg, Ice Cold Cowboy says top 100. 100 being the highest or the lowest at that, top 15. And there are some categories, to be fair. There are some categories of Osa being at that bottom on stopping the run and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like a byproduct. Whereas it's crazy. It just hit me. Like Osa needs a fat boy next to him, right? So you can see the fullness or the potential that Osa exhibits and exudes, right? Marry that to also Micah needs a fat boy so he can get some warrant attentions off of him. So if we start marrying or conjoining or trying to add to all of that and how we can elevate the entire room, yes, Osa could be a tad bit better if he had a better production level off of a one tech, right? So that's why centerpiece-wise, you can literally argue that if you bring in a true dominant one tech, then maybe you can see elevations of Osa game as well as Micah Parsons' game, right? So those are things that I'm just getting from all of you guys. VA Boys fan says Osa and Micah needs someone to try to hold up the blocks. Okay, hold tight for me, guys. Hold tight. I'm getting robbed over here. Getting robbed in prime daylight. Hold on for me. Well, it's nighttime now. Let me put this in. Got to put a code in. Y'all bear with me. This is the price of doing business later in the day. Hold on tight. Well, let me give y'all some music while I put this in. Not that one. Don't play that one. Don't do that. Let's run it up. I'll do it. No. That's my outro one. Hold on. Let me do this one. Hold on.
Yeah. I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. Yeah. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals.
All right, I'm back, baby, after that short commercial break. Now, she can have anything and everything she wants. Her birthday, London birthday, is tomorrow on the 25th, so she can have and do anything she wants. She come in right here, prime daylight time. And y'all talk about persistence. She gonna be just like Law. She gonna be just like me. I'm talking about she would sit right there and be holding out a hand like this, hold out the hand just like this. They said, man, Law, you think you got a few grades now? Wait till they get in the teens. Them girls gonna have you. I'm gonna be Moses. Yeah, I'm already. Aaron Beard is gonna be what I'm gonna have all white stuff all over me, man. I got a restroom, like literally the hall restroom is down the hall here in my studio, by my studio, and that's the only place that I can close the door and have free time for myself. But even if I'm having that free time, they know how to find me, dog. And they be shooting their hands up under the door like this. All I see is little hands up under the door just like this. And I'll be like, Lord, have you ever seen those scary movies, right? And you think you're hiding in a good spot? Yeah. That's how daughters are, man. They will still find you, Just little hands just going through the door. Daddy, I know you in there, Daddy. Just shooting the hands through the doors, man. I always wonder if I had boys, would it be the same? I don't know. But, Toxic Tom says, was Ratliff at least an interior defensive line that could get all pro? Yeah, I mean, he's the outlier, right? The undersized guy that can get upfield, that play with a mean streak. So, I think that he was a great situation for us, but we still didn't marry that with a bigger boy. I think that like I said, the last time we had a big boy on this team was Jonathan Hankins, probably. Shoot. As far as weight-wise, that can actually play, was Jonathan Hankins. Russell Maryland, during that time in the 90s, 303 was considered big, right? And I think Russell Maryland, by the time he finished out his career here, he ended up being, 320-ish, give or take. But to fast forward to, like, who else we had? How big was Leroy Glover? I can't remember. Was he a 3-tech or was he a 1-tech? But a lot of them closed them doors. Jeez. Hankins was good. All right? But I think that if you don't know the value of something, then you don't go and look to go seek said value of something. Like, if you never decide to look up the recipe of a apple pie, then you just don't do apple pies, right? You just don't bake pies. So I think that with the Joneses, they don't value 1-techs as much as they should, right? I think that Jerry got really angry and upset at one guy that we had. He ended up being 300, close to 400 pounds. Y'all remember him? It was in 2020. He was a guy that used to play for the Chiefs and beyond. His name is at the tip of my tongue. But he gained so much weight that they ended up cutting him. I think his last name was Poe or something like that. I can't remember. But I think that he was the biggest. So when we start, yeah. Yeah, so every time something good happened, blah, 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 I see you, fam. Okay, Marvin Sapp, shout out to you, Brandy. Close them doors. So we don't really, Glover was 290, so it was small. Tristan Hill, Quentin Bohanna, big size, but once again, Dontario Poe, that was the last. He was probably the biggest defensive tackle we had in the last 20 years, right? Dontario Poe. And he'll do 3 or 4 reps, and he'll hand on his knees, I'll get you next time, dog, So that was it, So that was it. There's no other big boy that we can really bang on the table for. Now, Jay Toya, if we look at what he's led to be, right? He was 350. They said they want to get him down to 345, right? And some can argue 335 would be the ideal weight for him, if you want burst acceleration, get upfield, and things like that. I'm with the belief is keep him at 345, 350. But we will see if he's going to have the endurance. I don't know why, but that's just a principle of what defensive coordinator / head coach / owner and GM, marketing guru, and all of the boxes above of Jerry Jones, or what he wants out of his team. Law, do you think DJ Reader, if we could, like my insider sources, was talking DJ Reader many a moons ago, right? If we ended up just landing a DJ Reader, we will be very serious. We'll be very serious. We will be very serious at that particular position. Very serious. You drastically improve the room. I'll get you next time. I just spit my drink out. Shout out to you, Poser. What'd you spit your drink out for? Let me know. Oh my gosh. No one Jerry teams don't wants to win. My little divas are sweethearts, We need more than DJ Reader still. Well, who you want? Toxic Tom, I don't know. Because at this point, we can't get, some people say, hey, man, Jesus Christ, let's get him. You can't get him. He's off the market, right? Well, what about James? There's nobody talking about Jesus Christ, brother. What about James Christ? Let's get him at least. Wasn't he a carpenter too? I don't know. Let's get the little brother. All I can say is with DJ Reader, I think that will be at least we don't have to rush Mozzie. and then we don't have to rush Jay Toya. You know, you can still rotate because anybody that we get at One Tech, I'm with the belief you got to rotate them. Yeah, you got to rotate them boys because at this particular spot, even if you had Jordan Davis, he'd be a rotator, you know, at this situation. Jared poses. Yeah, I pray for JC, man. They send me James, man. No, send him back. I need the one that can turn water into wine. What a one. Can you imagine? Have you ever thought about it? Y'all? Can you imagine being Jesus Christ's little brother during that time frame? You're like, hey, man, what you can do? I can take it to Jesus, you know.
Damn.
Oh my God. Hey, man. You can't turn no water to wine. You can't walk on it. You can't heal the blind. Nah, man, that's my big brother, man. You know, shoot, we got two different daddies, man. Two different daddies, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he got all the good genes, man. He came out of the first time, man. Leave me alone, man. But I can make you a coffee table, man. I'm a carpenter too. Yeah. Linval Joseph was decent last year. But Linval Joseph was around during that time frame. He went to school with James Christ, you know, so Linval is just as old, man. He about, 38, 39? You know, Seabass says, you ain't nothing special. Oh my gosh, man. Let me get off that subject line before the lights go out again. Jeez. DP says James Christ had no powers, man. He said, man, let me just change my last name, man. Let me go with a taper fade and let me go with the goatee instead of the full beard. When he sat down, he said, man, no, I don't want the sandals, man. Give me the flip-flops, man. You know, the sandals, man, that's my big brother thing. Shoot. But Timu.
Damn! My turn! Told me it was my turn. It's my turn.
Oh my gosh, man. How did we get on this subject matter, man? Good Lord. Speaking of that, man, let me see how I can switch off of this one, man. Yeah. So today is Wanye's birthday. Did I mention it already? Shout out to Wanye and them. I think that to improve also on this team, you got to have you another dog, and this dog will be Wanye. And I'm glad I didn't wear that shirt today because I wear the same clothes all the time. But shout out to Wanye. He's been one of the guys that I've been rooting for since day one. I think that he's a good size. He's good. He's a good sideline to sideline guy. He got speed. He's a willing tackler. He don't whiff on blocks when it's time for him to shed and disengage. I think that, to me personally, the only thing that gets in the way of Wanye is himself, his own confidence, and other players. Like, he's such a humble, nice guy, and nice guys finish where, you know. But if you listen to this footage right here, you'll see that with Wanye and them, that he is a guy that's not afraid to challenge these situations. And those are pieces of this particular situation that we all like. You know, let me see if I can pull it up on a different menu here.
Yeah. I'm telling you, boys, I got blood in my eyes, bro. I'm ready to hit somebody, bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. Do your job. Fuck somebody up, they get back up. Fuck them up again, they get back up. Fuck them up again, they get back up. Fuck them up again. You hear me? Now bring it up, y'all. Cowboys on 3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3 Cowboys. So that's what he was saying, y'all. And those are things that I shoot. I haven't heard Malik talk like that. I haven't heard Dono, shout out to my guy Dono, but I haven't heard him talk like that, right? So those are things that I want my defensive players to say. Yeah. So I want my defensive players to say, hey, we gonna knock him down, F him up. And then we're going to knock him down again and F him up again. And I said, man, how many times he going to do that until they tap out? You know, so that mentality mindset is a necessary thing. You know, look, let me play it one more time. Let's play it one more time.
I'm telling you, boys, I got blood in my eyes.
Got blood in my eyes.
I'm ready to hit
All right, hit.
Y'all don't understand, bro. Do your job.
Do your job.
Fuck somebody up, they get back up. Fuck them up.
He said, if they get back up, F them up again. You know, I'm giving y'all the PG version translation. Now, the kids, go to your room. I know school is out and everything, but from time to time, this show is rated maturity, you know. So there could be some languages that could be said upon you. But if you are watching a sports syndicate channel, I encourage you, and I absolutely encourage you, the youth, to get cursed at a few times, you know, and that's just what we need to hear, because I don't want no soft, and everybody, don't you know the world done changed, is talking about everybody get a participation trophy now, all of that stuff. Like, nah, if you came in last place, you just suck. You're going to have to work, improve on to get better. No, look, we only came here for 3 trophies, but primarily, Dad is only going to let you take one of them home, and that's number 1. First, second, and third, you know. Look, if my daughter came in 5th place and they still trying to give her a trophy, nah, take that back. Nah. We going for number 1. Now, second and third, I would allow her to get those things, right? But we are not of the business to be patted on the back to say it's okay to get a 6th place trophy. Like, where they do that at? Hey, you know, like have y'all been to these events now? Hey, your kid came in 9th place. Here's his trophy. Like, come on, no. What we doing? We can't give those rewards to your kid came in 13th place. Here's the trophy. You're like, what? You know, there's 3 trophies. Gold, silver, and bronze. Jeez. You got to have losers in here, you know? And so you can get out of that category. But if everybody's winning, then it pollutes or it dilutes the real trophy, right? No participation award, no effects for ribbons, none of that. You know, none of that. You know, so shoot. Shout out to you, Sadiq. Hope Mama Charles is okay. Give us the update. We've been praying for you, and it was good to see you as well. Okay, it's unacceptable. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, I'm cool, but nothing more, right? 5th place trophy. Like, what we doing? What we doing? A 4th place. And that's what enabled, believe it or not, low key, that is what's enabling even Jerry Jones to a degree. Every year, hey, man, we won a lot of games. Hey, you know, we the 6th most winningest team in the last 30 years, you know. Or, hey, the finance report comes out. Hey, we got the most revenue. Bull sugar, we don't care about that as fans. We ain't getting none of that money. Every time Jerry Jones, and I'm not beating up Jerry and them, I'm just spitting the truth right now. I'm just letting it off my chest right now, Jerry. You know, when that report come out, we the winningest team. And like, dog, well, show us where we at, dog. Give me something tangible that I can touch. You know, well, we the wealthiest team. Where? When we gonna get a piece of that money? You know, the game should be free. If that's the case, you the highest revenue team. So we should after every loss, fans should be able to come in the next game free. You lose a game, you get in free. That should be the rule. I guarantee you, he'll be trying to win. He'll be like, damn, if we lose this game, shoot. That means the next home game is going to be free. So we're going to make sure we get the right pieces in the building, you know. Yes, Seabass says exactly, Law. Talk to him. We don't care about none of them. Yeah. So that's what I want. I want Wanye mindset. I want Wanye mindset.
I got blood in my eyes, bro. I got blood in my eyes. I'm ready to hit somebody, man.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand, bro.
I'm ready to hit somebody.
Do your job. Fuck somebody up. They get back up. Fuck them up again. They get back up. Fuck them up again. They get back up. Fuck them up again. You hear me? Now bring it up, y'all. Cowboys on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cowboys.
I'm going to say this too now. That's why he needed to be the starter. Wanye, you need to be the starter. All of that energy, you can't tell me that when we were 12-5, nobody talked like that when we were playing against the 49ers. You know, come on. Hey, they need to give him the motivation speech, right? You know, they walking out with boombox, let's knock him down and F him up again, you know. And they should have just put him in that Green Bay Packers game, right? Well, y'all remember J-Ron Kearse was out there with an ironing board with hips, you know, that's what he looked like. And he turned J-Ron Kearse. No offense to you, J-Ron Kearse, but this is to offend you just a little bit. That's probably why nobody picked him up yet. But, make a long story short, this brother was literally out there on the field versus Green Bay. And when it's time for him to flip hips and turn, he turned like this. Like that lining boy dude. And then the dude was right behind him. Gilly was like, hey, which way do I go? And then when it's time to turn like this, I'm gonna bring an ironing board in here so I can give y'all the real sound effect of what I'm talking about. Man, I said, God dog, boy, shoot, they were having a field day on us, man. This is Sparta. Yeah. And every time we talk about this, sometime in life things don't go the way that they should, right? And, my guy Outlaw Cowboy, he says, this is Jerry Jones. Shout out to Trump.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand? They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Hey, Trump, what's going on with that, man? Language, Trump. Trump, it says, my man, when I'm dug into a conversation, this is what I see about Jerry and Stevie. They don't know what the F they doing. Shoot. Hey, that boy hot. But sometimes in life, you do get curved. WD-40 on them hips, that would help. Yes, indeed. Sometimes you get curved in life, right? Sometimes things don't go the way you want them to do. And this is going viral. A lady was trying to holler at Jamar Chase, and he like, yeah, fellas, take notes. When you just got paid $40 million APY and a lady with a BBL try to walk up on you, you don't want them problems. Now, to be fair, there could be God-given talent down below, but my guy Jamar Chase, keep on walking. You got to keep on moving. Yeah, she didn't even know. Shit. Oh boy, look how he off the releases, man. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session. As we take a deeper look at Jamar Chase, the eyes are straight, focused, and watch he shed, disengage, release, and she try to rub and tug, and he just gets off his release. That's how you get off your release right there. Yeah, and then he hit the shoulder. So when you get skinny at the top of your route, that's exactly what you need to do. At the top of the route, you get skinny and squeeze, and then you plant that foot and get upfield. That was a good 9 route by my guy. Yeah. Brandon said that ass is ridiculous. BBLing. But if you do have that and you can't get all up to the crevices and the cracks of it and you need to stay clean, let me tell you what you need to go get. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. Look, it's all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go and let's stay in control of your odor. I love it.
Let's go, man!
Let's go, man. Man, every woman with a BBL think they're special. That's a problem. I love it, K-Bell. Hey, now here on Law Nation Sports, we respect everyone in the BBL community. I'm just letting you guys know that we are good fans of y'all and continue to prosper on extra meat down below. We appreciate that, and those opinions in the chat are independent of those that's in the chat. Now that's how you put cover over it, and if you want to cover it up with everything else or anything else, be sure to click on Mando. Mando will work up to 72 hours of odor control so you can be in control. I just recommend that you wash it off first and then apply Mando body odor spray or the invisible cream, and it will last up to 72 hours. Now, on the 73rd hour, take you another shower and get it back to rinse and repeating. And with that being said, Cowboy Nation, this particular team during this offseason, Sam Royce, this particular team, I swear these transitions. Recent money, man. I think I was on the money until I read your comment, bro. You know,
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Dread it, run from it.
But destiny.
Destiny arrives all the same.
And now
it's here. Or should I say,
I am. One of the individuals that's been working real hard this offseason, and he's a girl dad himself, and those are things that we're going to talk about, is the one and only Rain Dakota Prescott. As you look at the countenance on his face, I love the way my guy Rome says, me holding back these division rival jokes. You know, they whooping our ass on the joke side. like we got no room. The only room that we have left to talk about is literally the Giants, right? Whenever you're talking to a Washington Commander fan, I got a chance this morning. We had a little quick video of a Washington guy, and it was a pretty good video, you know. And he came in, he was like, hey, I only got 15 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, only 15 minutes. Hey, all right, shoot, talk your stuff then. And we went live. I thought this was going to be pre-recorded. I said, damn, you making all types of adjustment for your boy here. And that's okay, Washington. You know, y'all was ahead of us, so I let him talk, right? And as arrogant as Washington fans are, right, it goes to this particular level. That honeymoon and that 1 year of prosperity and everything, of hitting people with the element of surprise. I want to know, with all of you guys, if you've seen the video this morning with me and the Washington guy, you know, let me know, put a 3 in the chat or something, right? And, you know, even me trying to throw a little joke in, he was like, no, you know, I'm like, okay, all right, you little sucker, you know. But, hey, at the end of the day, with all bull sugar aside, do you guys think that Washington will repeat again of what they did last season on a scale of 1 to 10 or a simple yes or no? Do you guys feel as if, though, they will be the team to look out for? You know, I'm extremely jealous of the Commander fans. Would do many things to get rid of Jerry Jones. Well, one of the things you can do, he got an SA case that's out there. Maybe you can push the envelope a little bit faster, you know. But here's the only thing. Lonnie K says absolutely not. David Wood says no. Ice Cold says no. Because they had third place schedule last year. A lot of people knew that Jaden Daniels can sling the ball all over the field. Him and the crazy thing, Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts, they only a year apart. You know, Jaden Daniels just stayed forever in college, right? You know, so we will see how that sophomore year thing goes. The only other thing that I can shout out to you, David Woods, for being a member for 34 months. That's a long time, bro. Appreciate you, man. The only thing that I can also give praises to the Commanders on with Jaden Daniels is that his mama don't allow him to date. They still stay together. He got curfew and stuff. I mean, what's going on here? Like, he haven't sold his royal oats. So he's in bed at 9:30 every night, you know. She still read him, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, you know. She still sing to him at night, you know. So, and they sleep in the same bed sometimes. So with Jaden Daniels, allegedly, with Jaden Daniels, he's not going to be off kilter. He's focused in, and then they got this VR technology where he put on the damn what's his Oculus or however you said headgear, and he's locked in. He's locked in. So I'm going to see how he's going to look. I don't think that he's going to fall off and have sophomore slumps because he's not going to be able to date nobody and do all of those other things to throw him off, right? And we will see, though. Jaden Daniels is the key there, and it's going to be hard. VA boy says, boy's still getting breastfed, man. It's hard, man, to beat that kid. And now we know why his arm's so strong.
Damn. And they understand the cost that is involved.
Now we understand now, like, God, no. Shit. All right, man. Yes, indeed. So, Law, see, man, Law, you trolling me, man. I'm just real, man. So if I ever get a chance to hit up Jaden Daniels, the first thing I'm going to do is take him to Harry Hines, you know. I will tell you, hey, boy, get over here. Go to Harry Hines with me right quick, you know. Jeez, man. This is the late night session now with Law Nation Sports talking about Jaden Daniels. Yes, indeed. The strongest arm in the league. So we going up against that, and it's hard, man, to go up against a guy who don't dissipate, man, that don't get out and have fun and smell the leaves and stuff like that. So it's a situation and scenario that we're going to have our guys in full capacity to stand tall with it. And they're going to have to step up in this game of sport that we love, Cowboy Nation. Now, with that being said, there's a lot of things that we can go over, but I know we are pressed for time. Yeah. We normally don't do shows around this time of day. And the final word will come back up once we get everything in tune with Boss Cowboys Sports and getting things going. With that being said, here's what. Just to make fun of everything, I got a live impression of my guy, Toxic Tom.
This T-Move bullshit bullcorn up in this house. You gonna stop this shit, man. That's you tearing us up. There ain't nothing free about T-Move. Yeah, you talking about stuff free, ain't nothing free about T-Move.
What's wrong with you?
The shipping here costs you $100. Something that costs $6. You ship it by the time you ship it. $400 or $500.
They be saying I got so much stuff.
Honey, stop filming this bullcorn. I am up out of here.
That boy said, he said bullcorn. He tired of T-Move, Toxic Tom. This brother right here is tired of T-Move. Jeez. That boy is tired of T-Move, man. And that's where y'all get hit up with T-Move at. I can only imagine that's how Toxic Tom be talking about Jerry. Jerry talking about it's free to park. It's free to park. Ain't nothing free. It's free to park when we go to the Star in Frisco. When we leave Oxnard, it is literally free to park. But once you get in there, popcorn is $15. You know, $15 for popcorn. And that dry popcorn, you just can't eat popcorn without something to drink. The drink is $8. Like, where they come up with $8 bottles of water? Come on. And bullcorn is crazy ice cold. You know, if he'd have said bull sugar, it would have took me to see the creator. You know, Law, how you get up here so quick, man? The dude said bull sugar, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Sometimes there is this right here that I wanted to pull up. The last season, each team won a Super Bowl. We've been talking about this too. I'm just bringing up anything and everything we can find. Butter costs extra. You ain't lying. What I like before we get to this point right here, popcorn. They do sell like that movie butter popcorn, like if you at the crib. And I did, after I went through my research on what causes cancer and everything, microwave popcorn is not good. Good old skillet popcorn is what I go and get, when it's time to have movie night, right? And I got, something going to kill you regardless. It should be plastic everywhere in these days and time. But neither here nor there. I've upgraded from microwavable popcorn to skillet popcorn, right? But to add extra flavors to it, go and get that movie butter, the liquid butter that you can put on that popcorn and shake it. Ooh. And get some Himalaya salt. Ooh. Wee. Boy, you talking about having a good movie night. And every now and then I like the ranch flavoring seasonings, I'm weird like that, or I like that on my popcorn. Let me know if y'all do the same thing in your areas when y'all having movie night and stuff like that. Do you like to do that skillet pop? That skillet popcorn tastes a whole lot better too than that microwave popcorn too. If you're at the crib, right, it gives you that movie feel. And then if I make a few dollars, I'm gonna one day give me a whole popcorn machine. That's gonna be my dream, to have a whole popcorn machine. Brandon says, "Damn, everything causes cancer." Seems like, yeah, everything, man. Where you live at? You breathing? It's cancer, But yeah, Diddy used to use that baby oil in that popcorn. True story. They were. Let me just say this. Let me use something like. Now that it don't open up. When they raided Diddy's compound or what have you, they was literally here goes something right here. They were literally having a box like this, and they'll pull it open, and there'll be some baby oil. And I like this dude. This dude had baby oil and everything. Literally, Diddy had a box just like this by the nightstand. And you open it up, and it'll be baby oil in it. That's just crazy how much he loved that baby oil. Like, I went and bought me some baby oil just to test it out. Like, let me rub it all over my body. But after reading reports, they had specialized chemicals in that baby oil. They had specialized chemicals in that baby oil to get you going, though. So, yeah, the Diddy files is crazy, man. But to speak upon this right here, Cowboy Nation, these are the last team. Shout out to 33rd Team Podcast. They do a great job. The last season, each team done won the Super Bowl. Now, we get a lot of slack. We get a lot of heat. But we are not at the bottom of this list as I see. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. We still ahead of the San Fran, even though they went to the Super Bowl. And all of that noise talk in Washington like to talk. It's been since 91. It's been since the 85 Bears. It's been since 19 of 83 of the Raiders, right? The 73 Dolphins, they had that fantastic year and haven't been back. The Jets, 1968. And any of those teams below that line right there, they haven't even got a chance to win or lift up anything. Now, this is not making us feel better, but it do for a certain degree. So if we have anyone that's below us on this line or next to us on this line, they need to hush talking about us, man. They need to stop talking about us. Let me know if I'm wrong. Somebody right now, what y'all still talking about that baby oil? Somebody right now got some baby oil by that nightstand. Don't be talking about me. Did the 14th? Yeah, toxic. We got the 14th place trophy. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
We're not at the dead bottom of it, but we in 14th place, y'all. 14th place. Sometimes you gotta have that dog in you, man. Let me show you this dog that has something in him right here. Come on, look at that dog. Then that dog realized, oh shit. Hey, that dog had all heart until he realized, damn, wait a minute, hold on. There's a whole jaguar, mountain lion / beast I'm talking to, you know. But sometimes you got to realize when you in that element, Look at that dog bark. Yeah, it's my food, dog. It's my food. Oh shit, let me get up out of here, man. Yeah. Now that fight or flight, some situation sometimes. Look, let me tell y'all a true story though. Let me tell y'all a true story why that dog went on here and ran. Let me tell y'all, there's a leopard. There was a whole ass snow leopard. That's my guy Jay Lombardi. You know, the coward tells the story how the brave man died. And to that dog defense, he's going to be telling his puppies and the other dogs in the dog community, man, there's one time that I ran up on a snow line. I was eating my food. And the snow line ran up on me, right? And I had to let the snow line know that I'm him. I'm Himothy. So I got to barking and growling at him. And yeah. And I said, man, I'm going to eat my piece. Yeah. So I took a whole thigh meat and I ran off after I told that snow line about the business. And look at these war wounds. Look at these scars and scratches. Yeah, there's me going toe-to-toe to the snow line. But in actuality, those scars and scratches came from him running away from the line. Or a snow jaguar, whatever cat animal that is. A leopard, snow leopard, I meant to say, not lion. Snow leopard, yeah. And then he gonna mix up the storyline. Yeah, snow leopard. Yeah, his story gonna be changing up all the time. Let me tell you about the time I faced that gorilla. Yeah, Bama barked. Y'all know his side of the story gonna be different, right? Y'all know his side of the story gonna be extremely different from that. His side of the story is extremely different from what actually happened. That's gonna be the situation, this scenario. All right, so before we open up the phone lines and beyond, appreciate y'all. Here's what we got here. Oh, Perry Locke says he saw them fangs. That's what made him run. Yeah.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight.
My turn! Told me it was my turn. It's my turn.
That do make sense. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back and analyze this video. Let me analyze this video. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. So. Oh, okay. So when he saw them damn teeth, he like, oh. It's like you finna fight somebody and you realize they got the gun. Okay. And you can see the countenance on his face, man. He like, oh man, what am I? I ain't about that life, man. Bro forgot how the food chain goes. The way he got up out of there and reading these comments, oh poor dog, I hope he didn't hurt himself. He realized that wasn't fresh food. Oh man, he says, man, let me get on up out of here. Yup, nope. When he saw them teeth, man, that's just exactly what happened. Man, who pointed that out on their observation, man? That was damn near dope. On your observation analysis, man. When you saw that he saw them teeth, and then when he saw them teeth, he was just like it, you know. And before we open up the phone lines one more time, that dog knew he effed up. Oh, yeah. That's how them Shih Tzus be. And them little small dogs that be in people's houses, those poodles and stuff. And you see them, you stomp at them. They be doing all of that. And then you stomp at them. It be a trail of urine every time. And it's universal. It's just universal, y'all. It's universal. It's universal.
Shower you with all my love.
Yeah.
You the only one for me, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh. Who is that? She's kind of thick, ain't she? Damn. But anyway, what was I saying? Really? What? Nah, keep looking at her. What you doing? Don't touch me. Hey, man, don't be putting your damn hands on me. Leave me alone. You gonna treat me like that after I just gave you a bath? Move. Huh? Get away from me.
It's universal, guys. So if you're in a situation, a love triangle, or if you in love with someone and then somebody walk by, it's okay to look, but don't gaze. That's what they're saying.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Jean Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
And they chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214 or 817, and all of the threes you can dial. And Gene, Scott, or Mark should be able to assist you during the business hours. Now, during the business hours. So if you call right now, 9 times out of 10, you may get someone else, but neither here nor there. Leave a message, and someone will be able to assist you. That's Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers with over a combined of 100 years of experiences. Keep this in mind for your mental mind. Keep this on your mental mind. If you can't dial that number, visit frankelfirm.com and someone will be able to assist you and help you on with your case and getting things going in the right direction. My line for the hotline is 657-390-7391. We're talking about improvements. We're talking about how we can get better in this situation. One of the markers for the prediction era right here in a contract year, they got Deron Bland for 61 tackles, 5 INTs, 10 PBUs. That would be a great thing. If he can stay healthy, I'm quite sure he can give us 5 picks, Cowboy Nation. All right, so the hotline for your mind, I got from the 469. You're live. Talk to me.
Yo, good night.
Good night, man.
Hey,
wait a minute. Good night.
It's all good, Lord. You're a busy man. Stay grinding, man.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I'm going to give, before Cowboys, I just want to say, Cowboy Nation, make sure you hug your loved ones and make sure you know, whatever drama or BS is going on with any of your family members, just, it's no need because, just say I lost one of my best friends last Friday. Huge Cowboys fan, Cowboy for life.
Wow.
We used to watch the Cowboys all, together. Just goes to show, life is short. So Cowboys Nation, make sure, give thanks to what you have and work for what you don't have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As you say, Law, if you want it so much, you can achieve it, but it's up to you.
It's up to you, man.
But, and then my things about this, Law, is Cowboys do have a lot to kind of like make up for in this offseason.
Right.
But it's not because of the needs, but it's basically of like, how would I say it? What the culture or like basically what are we establishing within our players in their strengths, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once we figure out that formula, I think Schottenheimer is going to make wonders to this team. But I really do think if you're trying to help the team win now, I do think if you're picking up the phone, I mean, we already signed the USF player from, what's his name, from the D tackle?
Winfrey, Perrion.
Yeah, so you see Cowboys not just standing behind the line and trying to move the needle. Mm-hmm. So it's good to, have all this positivity for this team. But I just really hope that within getting these players and this formula, we just make sure we go for the best and just, play to the players' strengths. Because, I'll be damned and we're just running Turpin like 1 or 2 plays, and it's just a curl route. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
You know, you got to know what to play chess. But that's all I got, Law. And then one last thing is, hey, I got another future Cowboy on the way, man.
Okay.
So by next week, I'm gonna be a father to be. So.
Oh
hey,
man, congratulations, man. A boy, girl, you know.
Boy.
Oh boy, okay, you know, all right, man. That's congratulations, man, and condolences, man, to your loss, man. And we all out here for you, bro. And congratulations too on the other end of it. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Of course, like you stay hardworking, man. You stay grinding. God bless.
Yes, indeed, man. Yeah. Yeah, I was watching Final Destination 6 earlier today, and how they crafted that movie together. It was one of the better ones to me, in my opinion. I only watched the first one, and I watched the last one. So now I got to go watch all of the other Final Destinations, believe it or not. But how they crafted that movie together and showed you the bloodlines of how death, man, that's one appointment we all gonna be on time with, right? And if you try to skip it, I don't want to give y'all the cheat codes to the movie, but death get pissed off. Yeah, you try to cheat death, he get mad, even madder, you know. Yes, indeed. I think the whole solution was to in that particular movie is to pretty much go flatline and get back up, but it's hard, y'all. It's hard. But Final Destination, man, it could be a little old ant that hit a spoon, right? Or quarter to fall out of your pocket. And that quarter will be the reason why you pass away. That's crazy. No spoiler alerts, but if y'all put Final Destination 6 in the chat, put 6 in the chat. Maybe that could be our destination. 6! You know, because they made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now this is the 6th one. Come on with it. Facts, Perry Locke says facts, man. It can be a damn rice noodle or something, you know, that you done fool around, an ice chip. And they got some ice in the movie. I'm going to do a spoiler alert. They had some ice and some glass. Now, you put that into your mindset, what's going to happen with some ice and some glass. Yes, indeed. All right, I got Hood Quavius, man. Hoodie Kush, man. 484, man. The Basement Boys, man. What's good with you, man? 484, you live on the nation, man. What's good with you, man?
What's the Denzel? I'm about to leave work, man. That's what's going on with me. But I always got to tap in, man. I always got to tap in. What's going on with everybody? How are you? Man,
I'm great, man. You know, better to be seen than viewed right now. So we amongst the living, so we try to make it, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. So let me chime in on this. I'm not sure what the topic of conversation was.
Open topic today, man. Open topic. Or, hold on. Open topic or who needs the improvement, you know.
Who needs the improvement? Okay, well, who needs the improvement? I'm gonna go with a unit. I'm gonna go with a unit.
A room, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go too specific.
Okay.
I think the cornerback room needs improvement.
Okay.
And I'm not saying let's go out and comb the catacombs for a new body. No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
What I mean by improvement is you saw what we had last season. You saw what we had for the past few seasons, right?
Facts.
And now looking at the injuries that we've suffered, I mean, especially last year, I think like if you're looking at the injuries and then taking injuries into account and then look at deficiencies, right? So if we start at safety, safety, right? Because I'm gonna couple them in with the cornerback room. So if we start with safety, you know what I'm saying? Malik Hooker is Malik Hooker. He still kind of has sponsors in the room with Eberflus coming to the squad.
Now to be fair to that, you know, either he gonna play really good or he gonna play like trash can juice, you know. So with that sponsor.
And this is where the improvement comes, right? So we got two young guys, one undrafted. I believe they both were undrafted. Wanye and Marquise Bell.
Right.
We got two young guys who are hungry. They're chomping at the bit. We know what Marquise Bell can do whenever he's asked to do it. We know that Wanye has a spirit like no other.
Right.
But then we're looking at Israel Mukuamu. The corners themselves, we're so loaded there, where it's like you're looking at Izzy and what he's done in the past few seasons, you know, the playoff game with Tampa. I think you could probably get better in the safety room with Izzy as one of your safeties. You know what I'm saying? That's just me thinking out loud. You know
all right. So I'm looking at this list right now, and I just counted them. We got 20 DBs. That's a lot of DBs. We got 20 DBs, man. And if I'm a betting man,
not everybody gonna make it.
Not everybody gonna make it. It's gonna be some hard cuts. There's gonna be some pup listings and all of this stuff. With the 20 DBs that we have, I just counted them. I think that the Cowboys, Revel gonna start the season off on pup. Diggs gonna start the season off on pup.
Same thing with Josh Butler.
Josh Butler, pup. So that's 3 guys that they gonna be safe for their position. Yeah. Trayvon, Revel, and Josh Butler. Yeah. They on pup list, right? Pup boys. All right. So they're gonna leave us with Malik Hooker and Donovan Wilson as your starters, right? As safety room.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do here is, like you said, Malik Hooker, he may be office furniture because I don't foresee him being moved up out of that spot because he knows this system already. There's no learning curve for him. So we got Wanye and Bell, but Wanye is more of a free than a strong, but he can play both. He can play free, strong, and nickel. So it's gonna be a weird situation, bro, of who's gonna climb up to the top right now, just by looking at this list.
Okay, well, I'll say this, right? We love Dono. We love the things that Dono has done for the squad. You know what I'm saying? But we all know, like I said, deficiencies, right?
Right.
I think one of the biggest deficiencies is with Donovan Wilson because he can't cover. Love the guy.
He gave you 5 sacks last season, right? So you go to the front office and say, hey, I want to get rid of a guy that's a safety that gave me 5 sacks. How do you present that?
How do I present that? How do I present that? Playoff game against George Kittle, where you got smoked the entire time. The regular season game against George Kittle, where you got smoked the entire time.
Right.
Last season, playing against the Saints, where you couldn't set the edge, and you're the strong safety. You're supposed to be the guy to come down there and put in work.
Right.
If I'm going to present it anyway, I know for a fact that Marquise Bell can play the run, but I also know Marquise Bell can cover. I know for a fact that Wanye can cover. I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say, oh well, he's a good run stopper, but he can cover.
Let me ask you this though. Let me play devil's advocate, right?
By all means.
So you say all of that, but none of the coaching staff was in the room when that happens. True. So coaches they don't have time to look at the mistakes of what the previous coach did. They're gonna look at Donovan Wilson as he is who he is now, and work from there. So I don't think that they're going to be looking at Detroit's tape or last year's 49ers tape or whatever team that he played with and look sloppy with. I think that they're going to look at him for what he is now. He's a starter, and they're going to work Brown up from there. And it could be that in Matt Eberflus' system that he don't play the safety down in the box as much. They stay on the roof. And that's not his strong suit. So by natural order of things, he could be out just by natural order. If he F up a lot of times in camp and miss assignments, then natural order may be for what you're asking for, believe it or not.
Yeah. I mean, again, just kicking it around. It's not about right or wrong.
Right. It's off season. Yeah.
This is all a hypothesis. This is some of the things that I've been thinking about. You know what I mean? So you got the if you're looking at slot corners, you know what I'm saying? We all know what Deron Blaine can do in the slot.
Right.
But we also know what Israel Mukuamu can do in the slot too. We saw my man lock down Chris Godwin in the playoffs. Am I right?
Yeah.
So I mean, we're not without options. We're not without options. I don't want it to go into what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want it to go into like politics. You know what I'm saying? Oh well, he's a starter. He's making buku bucks, so we have to start him. No, I want you to. I want them to go with the philosophy that Shotty is coming in the door with. I want to put the best players on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if there's a better player than the one in that spot or in this spot or in that, then that's who plays. That's who plays.
Facts.
Go from there. But again, that's all apples and oranges. We're not even at training camp yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not even in Oxnard yet. So this is all speculation. You know what I'm saying? So I guess this is just, just kicking around the tires.
No, we spitball and killing time, man. We just trying to kill those seconds, man. I think that this help us get to the Oxnard by killing these times. Cause right now you're just getting off of work, man. You gonna get you a sandwich or something, go to bed? You know what I'm saying? So so now you're killing time, man.
I'm gonna work on my Patreon. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, you think we'll work on Patreon?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the plan. See. But tell people, man, how they can find you, man, and follow you, bro, and support you and all of those things, bro.
Well, like I said, this is Hoodie Kush from the Basement Boys podcast. Right now, I'm working on getting a Patreon up going, getting my Facebook, getting everything linked to my Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. I'm working on everything, so it's all a work in progress. I'll be up in Adam soon. I would like to get down to Oxnard. I think that would help propel. But I got a family, got a job. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I enjoy calling in on your show, man. I enjoy listening to all you guys, man. You guys inspired me to do this, so
yes,
I appreciate
indeed.
y'all.
No doubt, man. And hey, I think that they enjoy you too, man. If not, they would have been throwing the tomatoes and putting plain emojis in the chat. So they haven't did that yet. So man, keep it up, man. Keep up the great work, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Lord. You be good, bro.
No doubt, man. Yes, indeed. That's from the 484, man. Good call from them, Twitch is where the money at. I've been on Twitch for many of years. I think we're live now on Twitch, and it's been struggling hard for an older guy like me to grow Twitter or Twitch, I meant to say. I know what I need to do in order to grow it. Like Twitch got an algorithm that they don't like to share. They don't like to see like the YouTube, like we get these little bubbles and stuff like YouTube and stuff. So what Twitch wants to do, and they reached out to me many a moons ago, to go live independently, straight only on Twitch. And like, when y'all see those streamers having a dedicated upload straight only to Twitch, and they want you to be engaging in that way, but and the Kick app is the same. Like YouTube is still king. TikTok is going to get there. TikTok and search engine optimize their content now, so it's searchable. Like if you're learning to cheat codes to get rid of bugs or stuff like that, it will pop up now on the search engine. So it's a hell of a tool for TikTok. But I think YouTube is still king. Facebook and Instagram still working out their bugs with their live, but Facebook is still good. Every community is unique because every community is different, right? Facebook, for example, Joseph Warren, I can click on his page, I can see what his dog look like, see if he's a real person, where he work at and stuff like that. YouTube, you got a lot of bots. You got people who got fake stories that really not them, So Facebook is more personal. Instagram is a little bit in between YouTube and Facebook, but Instagram is a little bit more personal too. But YouTube, Kick, Twitch, all of those other apps are independent of themselves. So, and I think with TikTok, when I was going live there, they still have some constraints on music and stuff like that. So they flagged me to death on that. So therefore, I can't go live on TikTok unless I go live via my phone or independently. So just learning the terrains of different platforms is always good. But I'm asking you guys and telling you guys to be multiple. Always try to learn on all platforms. If ESPN there, NFL Network there, then you got to be there as well. You know, shout out to you, Paul. I follow you, Law, on Facebook as well. Shout out to you, man. But I thank y'all. So shout out to Hood Quavius, man. The next caller, he's be on my Kick app, man. Def King, man, 956, man. Always helping me out in so many different ways, man. What's good with you, bro?
What's good? Getting out of the gym also. I saw Hood Quavius getting out of work. Well, I heard right now. So,
yeah, get that work in. Now, it sound like, man, you on the end of the hallway, and I can barely hear you, bro.
Ooh, hold on. I got you, though.
Yeah, you got me. Okay, good. Shout out to you. I see Twitch. Is that Sadiq? Are you on Twitch too? My girl everywhere. Multiples. Yes, indeed. I'm telling y'all, man, I got people everywhere, man. The Grays too.
Hello?
You know. Yeah, what's going on? Hey, what's good with you, bro?
All right, there you go.
Yeah, you sound
all right,
a whole lot better.
I'll make it better. I'll make this quick. What I've been realizing with shotting, I don't know if everybody sees this. I'm pretty sure you do, Long, because you're the type of being that you know about energy, vibration, and frequencies.
Yeah.
Making them competitors, you know what that does to them, right?
Challenge them, man. You know. Yeah. Challenge them. It challenges them up.
You make them challengers. You make them in other ways. If you make them competitors in war, you make them warriors. You know, when they're competing for war. And in other instances, depending on what environment they're in. So seeing that, if they're getting ready to compete always within each other, that means they're always ready to go. If they're always ready to go, that means the stuff that's happening in the playoffs. I believe that's the cure.
Yeah.
You know, you get them going better, you get them moving better. You know, actually as a team, not individually, 53 people. I see things different. I don't know. You know, I always tune into you. I've been quiet for a good while. You know, just watching in the back working. But trust me, I see something happening there. A lot of people don't see it, but I believe it starts from there. It starts with the details. It starts with your movement. Everything you do in life, everything you how you move and how you do things, it all takes play. So starting with the little things like that, I believe it's gonna grow better. It's gonna be nice. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but that's why I wanted to let you know.
Oh man, I thank you, man. That's what I strive to be, man. Always learning, you know. And then when I stop learning, it's time for me to move on, right? But I appreciate you for calling in, bro. I thank you, man.
No, I appreciate you, Lord, because you do wonders for everyone. Even on your off days or anything like that. I remember that last time you got a little pissed on your mom's birthday, and my condolences for everything like that. Yeah. I felt that, and I'm so happy and glad that you went back on and showed that you're able to push that aside and still do this for us and for everyone else watching, because you never know who's watching. I felt that, and I thank you for that. For the little details like that. I'm always listening. I look at you as a brother, and keep it up, Lo. Always appreciate you.
Thank you, man. That's Def King from the 956. Yeah, it's the human element. I try to keep that here on this channel. I try not to be so corporate. I try not to shave, right? Put the suit and tie on. And those are things that I try to do. I think that you guys can identify with the human side of law versus a corporate law or somebody who for 15 and a half years had to dress up in suits and ties to go to work, right? And now I'm free of that. So, it's one of those things, whereas I appreciate you guys, man. I'm always grinding and working, and I aim for perfection. And speaking of perfection, man, keep supporting the independency of law, and click that website link. I just posted it in the chat area. Click on that, and then the universe, the multiverse will open up by me operating in my purpose here. And I appreciate everybody, man, for all that you do. Absolutely. I hope that I didn't mess up the internet here. There we go. The internet's still working. Okay, good. Click that link there and support the nation here before we let Dr. Q on. I just want to let y'all know that we was at the red carpeted premiere of Bid to Love, and that's me right here. There's going to be more photos of me floating around and things of that nature. We're growing in such a good way, not a bad way, that stay tuned to this station, stay tuned to all of the things hey, I may be on TV. You know what I'm saying? You know, you may give Denzel Washington a run for his money. You know, come on with it. All it takes is just one person to believe in you, and you know, and everything else will work its way out. Cowboy Nation, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can still hear me and see me and all of this good stuff. All right, let me let the next caller on. I got from the 210 UN, Dr. Q. Talk to me, dog. What's good with you?
Hey, happy evening to your brother-in-law and
Hey,
Cowboy Nation, man.
Thank you, bro.
You bet, man. Hey, I just wanted to chime in, man, catching you late this evening, man. Great show as usual. I'm gonna kind of work backwards. I had some response lined up, but I'm gonna work backwards today. So it was the 2 callers ago you had when he was discussing potentially starting this player over that player. The problem with that is, and I know it's kind of hard to keep the financial. I actually agree with them, but it's so hard to keep the financial piece out of it. And I learned all this from the late great Sean Taylor and my brother-in-law when they were playing with the Washington Redskins, right? So I had the pleasure of meeting Sean and just kicking and talking about a whole bunch of different stuff and how the whole process works. But the problem with that is, you come from, when you're in high school, if you've played ball in high school, you have 100, roughly each team might have 100 ball players on the sideline. Then you go to college carry 75 to 80 players.
Ooh,
and then that drops to 53 in the NFL. And then on any given Sunday, you don't even suit up 53, you suit up 46.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that error is so slim, it's going to be hard to sell an owner that's paying you $3 million a year to go out here and play safety and put someone that's in there that's making $500,000. Even though we know the talent skill that we see this guy is making, if you just say talent, we see it with our eyes and not just say, hey, I think Wanye Thomas, man, this kid is really talented.
Yeah.
But he may not be making that same pay as Booker. And it's hard from the business side. Man. I know we don't want to hear that, but there's no way an owner gonna pay you this money to sit your behind on the bench to bring this other guy. It just doesn't work that way because the business side won't allow it.
Unless unless he's about winning. Unless he's about winning.
Yeah.
Unless he's about winning, man. And I hate, oh Lord, I hope the Eagles fans are not watching. But they got Huff up out of there, didn't they? They paid all of that money for that Huff kid. And I never in Cowboys history they would have figured out a way. The Cowboys would have figured out how to make that stuff work, if they paid him the money. Cowboys are like eating money,
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Oh my God. I don't like when we write like that, but it's just a writing on the wall. And and people fail to realize the reason why Jerry didn't make that ultimate switch with Dak Prescott in 2016 is because Dak Prescott was making a hell of a lot of money for the Joneses with jersey sales. Advertisement, commercials, the new hot flavor. And I'm not trying to peel back old wounds and say, if you put Tony Romo in that playoff game, maybe something would have shaked. But what in actuality, money moves Jerry. At the end of the day, if you got coins, money, it will move him, And that's that's been one of the things that is hard to decipher. Jerry, the owner, versus Jerry, the GM. But Jerry, the money man, is always that.
Man, that's the truth. You're speaking gospel, brother. You're speaking gospel. And I always go back to that margin of error, man. And that's why when I say it's so slim, you look at a kid that, say he's a fifth round pick, a wide receiver.
Right.
And he's dropping all kinds of passes in training camp. This guy might be out the door before the day is over. You see what I'm saying? That's up. We're not really paying him. Let's go and get rid of him. He just can't seem to hold on to the ball. So that's what I mean when I say the margin of error, man, is so slim. And it's kind of hard to just beat out. I know I keep going to the money side, but that's a hard sell, brother. That is a hard sell.
Yeah.
My issue with our Cowboys, and like I said, I have been I've been a Cowboy fan before Jerry bought the team in '89.
Right.
So yes, I am telling my age out there, Cowboy fans.
Yeah, it's good.
But but my issue with the Cowboys has been just the biggest issue with the Cowboys to me is the depth. That has been the biggest issue. Is the depth. So when they have the injuries, because remember I always tell you it's about health and luck. When they have the injuries to key personnel,
right,
they just don't have the personnel to come in and fill it. And a prime example, and I don't mean to take a lot of time, Law. So tell me if
no, you're good.
Prime example, and I know people are talking. I'm sitting up here just reading something the other day, and it's like, I think you need to go back and get what's the kid we got from Buffalo, Phillips, the defensive tackle. Well, you brought him in just 2 years ago, and if my memory serves correctly, I don't think he played more than 4 games. I know it was no more than 7.
Yeah, so he had accelerators on that contract too. So if he played a certain, I know where you're going. Keep cooking.
I'm just like, man, I don't know what they think about when they do these things. Hell, I would bring in, the other defensive tackle we got from the Vikings that came with Zimmer before I'd go get Phillips, because they pretty much play the same position. But my thing is, that's it. That's been the issue that I see with our Cowboys is just the depth, man. I just don't think that they know how. They don't have the players a lot of times to recover, to pick up. Now I know the quarterback we had that was behind that. Can't think of his name at this time. Cooper Rush. Yeah. Cooper Rush came in and gave us a little spark and all that. But man, you need more than that. And I know you're not going to get everybody, but damn, you got to try. You got to try to go out there and build the back half of that in case we do have some health issues going into this season. And I think this has been, in my opinion, it's been going on for some time now.
It's been going on for a long time. It's a strategy. It's an ingrown homemade strategy that we have been tend to holding on players for so long, but when it's time to let them go, we let them go, and then we hope to get the compensatory picks. For example, and we're not beating up the Joneses and the Cowboys, but we just pointing out this is what they do. Like, we get nothing back in return for Martellus Bennett, right? We got nothing back in return for Spence, DeMarcus Ware, nothing back in return for Dez Bryant, Tony Romo, nothing back in return for Cole Beasley. We don't trade players away, Jason Witten. We allow these guys to play their careers, and then when their contract is up, we let them walk, and then they're going to end up getting compensatory picks the year later. So we don't ever get ahead of things, or we don't trade a guy that somehow you see him kind of declining just a little bit, and you put him on a trading block to get something back in return. We just don't do it. We just don't do it, unfortunately. And Amari Cooper, that was a situation whereas emotions got in the way, and they send him to Siberia, and we got Matt Walesko basically.
Yeah. Just kind of 2 quick things, Lord. I'm gonna go.
Go ahead.
So I know we've been you listen to folks talk about maybe from the Commanders fan base. It's sophomore year and blah, blah, blah. They're going to be better. I'm listening to these people on these networks, and I see them second rank ahead of Dallas. But it is hard to go 12-5 the way we did 3 years straight. That's a hard sell, man.
Yeah.
And so they actually caught the breaks, and sometimes that's what sometimes what you do, you catch the breaks, you stayed healthy, you like you said, you play the 3rd, 4th place schedule. I get all of that. But I truly believe that if healthy, I always say this all the time, the makeup of that 17 tournament in the NFC next year will look different. It will look different. I just don't see the Niners or the Cowboys going 2-3 years straight out of the tournament. I just don't see it because of the talent level that they have on their team. And you said this a couple of weeks ago, man, and I used to say this all the time as well. Even when the Cowboys don't look good, they not gonna win because they got too much talent. I mean, I'm sorry, they're gonna lose. They're not gonna lose. I mean, they're not gonna go 3-14.
Right. We win too many games.
Yeah,
we do.
You won 7. Yeah, I'm saying you won 7 with Cooper, and that's why you will never see us picking in the top 3.
Yeah,
because we just not going to go 3-14.
Right.
Not at this stage with the type of players we have. They're just not. So we got to deal with that. And the last thing, man, you hit on something I really like, and one of the callers said about his friend. I guess he lost his friend.
Yeah.
There's only 2 things. I want Cowboys fans to remember this. There's only 2 things that's undefeated in this life.
Yeah.
That is Father Time and death.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2. Everything else can be defeated.
Yeah.
But Father Time and death. You cannot defeat them.
You can't defeat
Undefeated.
them. Undefeated.
Never lost.
Never lost.
And that's all I have for the fan base today, Law. I appreciate you, man, allowing me to vent.
Man, no doubt, man. Good call from Dr. Q, man. So yeah, Father Time, that Father Time is just crazy. I read in the scripture one time, only one, and that's Enoch. They said he walked outside and he got caught up with something. And I read a little further that he got to come back and witness death himself. So his time is coming, Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Boy, that's a movie Denzel played in. It's a funny, good movie, man, back in the days. But you going to get that appointment. Yeah, man, I'm going to be a couple minutes late for it. Nope. And then watching Final Destination 6 today, man, it kind of reconfirmed it, man. Like no matter how you skate by, it's gonna come by. But Final Destination put a little. It'd be like some mop water right here, right? And you thinking that the sparks from the flames over here, the electricity, and the mop water is gonna kill you, and it don't. It just be that little penny just rolling down the street, and it flipped over, and then it hit you, and you slip on a penny, and a broomstick gouge your eye out. That's how Final Destination does it. Somebody got to have a cold heart to write that Final Destination 6, man. Or 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's just crazy. Fallen was the name of the movie. Yeah, JV boy. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. That's a good movie. That's a real good movie. I love all Denzel movies, man. Another good one is Bone Collector, man. Watching that one, Denzel is sitting down in the only thing he can move is his damn eyes and neck, and that joker he should get an Oscar just by doing that movie, man. Good movies altogether, y'all. But there's 2 more, the 2 most important days of your life: the day you was born and the day you realize your purpose, though. So. And as long as you operating in your purpose when it's your time, you'll be feeling really good when it's your time. Let's go with it. I got the next caller. Ice Cold says, Enoch. I just watched the movie on that yesterday. Yeah, Enoch sitting there like, yeah. I think him and was it Elijah or Ezekiel? I forgot. There's 2 that haven't witnessed death, but they're going to have to come back and witness it. But I got my guy, and I hope that he don't witness death anytime soon, because he's the big Amish. Yes, from the 202. You're live on The Nation, man. Talk to us.
How about them Cowboys? Y'all.
How about them, man? Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the quiet storm at Law Nation.
Yeah, sounds soft souls.
That's it. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the call out. And want to talk about adversity, how it is necessary, and if we have time, a quick joke for some levity. But let's talk about adversity and how I see the season progressing. I don't, unless we're going 17-0 and running to the Super Bowl and demolishing everyone, I'll take it, but that's not going to happen.
No.
Right?
No.
So adversity, we need adversity. We need our defense, our offense to go through some humbling times during the season. We do. And specifically our quarterback, and you'll say, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is there's a lot of doubt regarding Dak Prescott. For good, or bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. There's a doubt with Dak Prescott, and that's a good thing, right?
Yeah,
that's a good thing because you need to have that fire burning. And because the PhD, the P's missing already for him. He's He's not poor anymore. So that's gone. That's out the door.
Yeah.
So, but what I really mean is his teammates, right? If we're just looking at it objectively,
right,
and maybe not objectively, but at the end of the day, during these games that are going to happen during the season, right, it's going to fall on Dak. Now, is he going to lean on the running game? Is he going to start passing more? I don't know. I don't know what the formula has to be technically, but I don't want him to just keep throwing the ball. I don't want 4,700 yards. I don't want to see that. I think for his own safety, but also for the team. I want to see adversity. I want to see where you grind it out, where you get a game, 20-17 you win, or you lose 20-17, and you learn from it. I want to see a season at 10-7 where you go into the playoffs hungry and with doubts in your mind that you're not the best, but you strive to be the best. And throughout that whole season, every game, you're sharpening that iron. You're getting better. What did I do? What could I have done? And you keep sharpening it. You do not want to feel like you're number one. At least every time the Cowboys have been labeled the number one team or close to winning the division, everything seems to fall apart in the off season. That's all I want. I want the postseason flood of victories to the Super Bowl. That's what I want to see. But I really, I feel for Dak, but I feel for him in a good way and in a bad way. He has to go through adversity. It's not going to be easy. I don't see this season being that easy. But at the end, I think it proves fruitful. And that also means that there's going to be more personnel decisions.
Yeah.
Now, I want to know what you think about this because, adversity takes on different views and what it means. But what's your take on that?
Well, I think that, with Dak Prescott, I think he's taken enough, right? Since he's been in the league for 9 years, I think that someone else needs to step up. And he's already been through a lot. Broken hamstring last year, the thumb before that time frame, the meat falling off the bone on his shoulder, and then the ankle and all of that. Look, I want him. You remember the movie Spider-Man?
Yeah.
And one of them, he was trying to save these people that was on the train, and he ended up throwing his web out there, and he was stretching out, and then he lost his mask and everything. He damn near died, and the people saw him, and they realized that he saved everyone's life on that train. And instead of just like outing him and showing to the world who he is, they kind of put his mask back on. I just need for this team to be like that for Dak. I need for somebody to get us 4 or 5 yards per tote. I need for someone to make a big play like a kickoff return or a touchdown for a pick six or something like that on the other end, scooping scores when we get to the postseason. So that Dak, put it like this, as much as Dak getting paid, he's the highest APY paid quarterback in the league, right? But I would like for Dak Prescott at one point in time in this particular part of his career to just get carried. Just one time. And let's see how that feels, because him being everything, I don't think that he can do it, in my opinion. And I love Dak. I love what he can do for the team, but I don't think that he can carry the team.
No, I agree. And maybe I misspoke on part of this.
Okay, break it down.
I really meant, what I'm saying is the team has to, there's going to be adversity during the season. Right. And it's going to fall on Dak, but it's also going to fall on the team. Are they believing in Dak? That's what I'm saying. They have to ultimately follow that leader. And if they're not all in, that's the adversity I'm talking about. That's what's going to galvanize the team to send them if they're going to go to the promised land to the Super Bowl. That's what I meant.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Where the team has to, where the whole team is going to go through adversity, but they're going to realize just what you're saying with Dak and saying, wait, there's going to be a point in time where this crystallizes and says, okay, you're right. Dak can't do everything. We got to step up, but he's our leader. He is going to be the team, our leader. He's our quarterback. What can we do to support and get us that victory? What can I do personally, and what could we do as a team player to make that happen?
Yeah. And that means that they see him at what he is, and they go the extra mile. And I think that's what Shotty is trying to exhibit. Like, Shotty trying to put this team in competition points so that people won't have long faces on the sideline. So that if it is the first play of the game and it's a pick six by Dak Prescott, team rally behind them and they fight even harder. Maybe that could be the situation there. And I'm thinking this only on the outside looking in.
Yeah, that's right. I think the same. But they got to go through that.
Yeah.
As a team, as players, and all that. But I also see them churning the personnel. I love the competition. I mean, it reminds me of the early '90s in a way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where you see that churning. That's a good thing to see that. But that's what I like to see. I like to see that diversity and the galvanization of our team as one.
Yeah.
One team, one voice.
Yeah.
One mentality going in.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to see. Now, as far as the joke.
Let's get it.
Do I have time for a quick joke?
Oh, man, you got all the time in the world, bro. Talk to us.
All right. So there's these two bulls on the side of a mountain. One old, one young.
All right.
And you're looking down a mountain, and there's all these heifers down there.
Okay.
And the young bull, he's all excited, jumping up and down. He's saying, good golly, look at that. I'm going to run down there and F one of them right now. And the old bull says, hold on. Let's walk down there and F them all. Yeah.
Oh, come on with it. Yes, indeed. Let's go
I'll
with
leave you with that.
Let's go with it. Appreciate you, man. Let me hear you say it on your way out, Big Amish.
How about them Cowboys? Y'all.
Yes, indeed, boy. Now, young kids that's listening at this sound of the Big Amish, that's what the Amish folks, up there, they don't go to McDonald's and, all of those other places like Chick-fil-A. They go right back yonder and they see that bull and it's time for the bull to mate. And they got them all laying there straight. Shout out to EJ Business. Shout out to you, Sam Herndon. Thank you so much, both of y'all, for the cash app. Yeah, so y'all be sure, man. That was my guy, Big Amish. It was a real good storyline there. And if you guys haven't heard that story, rewind and listen to those words of wisdoms. Man, I found the illustration. This is the movie I'm talking about. I think that's Spider-Man 2, right? And Peter Parker saved all of these individuals on this train. I would play it, but they'll hit me for copyright. But go back and watch this one. It's a real good one too, right? Like, who was the best Spider-Man, right? Y'all let me know who played the best Spider-Man and who played the best Batman and who played the best Superman. Yeah. Christopher Reeves, I think he played the best Superman. Me growing up, I saw Christopher Reeves, but he also made me stop riding horses. I was like, man, Superman broke his back on that horse. I'm gonna stop riding the horse, man. That's Superman. But y'all let me know who plays the best versions of those particular areas, and who played the best Joker too. Yeah. Jack Nicholson. You know who played the best Joker. Y'all let me know on these type of movies. I like JV Boy says he like all of the Spider-Mans. Yeah. Peter Parker. Michael Keaton, yeah. Ben Affleck, you know. I think that Ben Affleck got, where that guy at? Here you go.
Are you shitting me?
He got that on the most, right? Yeah. He got that on the most, man. Tobey Maguire, the best Spider-Man, okay. Christopher Reeves was the best Superman, yeah. Yeah, Ben Affleck, he did that. He did the Batman role pretty good. Yeah. What was the other guy? Christian, what's his name for the Batman? I think in between him and Jack Nicholson as the best Joker. Yeah. Overall. Yeah. What was the other guy? Heath. What was his name? The guy that passed away. He was on to something. If he were to be able to not get involved with the Illuminati stuff, I think that he probably would have been the best Joker of all time. Yeah. Oh my God, that Joker right there. Christian Bale. Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson, Mr. Glass. Like, Mr. Glass was like the craziest movie ever, man. When them flight of stairs looked like he was in the damn room with a cage full of lions, right? Just them damn flight of stairs. And when he fell down them stairs, you know, that was crazy. That was crazy. That when he fell down them damn stairs, man, y'all gotta understand. Hey, man, we all knew he was gonna fall down them stairs, man, but he was so brittle. And how he played that role, Mr. Glass, is just crazy, man. It's just crazy. And he knew he had to become the villain. Yes, indeed. But this offseason, I realized that they toying with us on Disney because I'm still waiting for them to come back with the X-Men thing, right? The X-Men 97 remake or what have you. I'm still waiting on what they going to come out with the next one. And then the Penguin. When they gonna come out with the Penguin again on Max, on Showtime or HBO? Like, I'm still waiting on them two series. And the third one that I'm waiting on Netflix is Blue Samurai. The Blue Samurai. Like, I binge watched the whole entirety of Blue Samurai. And I'm sitting here like, hey! I looked back there, I said, it's been since 23. Like, Herb draw some cartoons, man. It's 2025. Blue Samurai should be on part 2 by now. I want to hear the storyline. You know, the other one, the Invincibles, all right, Invincibles, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Of the dynamics there, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Blank Man. Oh, my gosh. Let me see. What other series? I need to go back and watch the Daredevil series. My guy Jay Tuck and everyone saying, "Hey, go watch the Daredevil. That's one that can hold you over a little bit." But that's about it, Cowboy Nation. As we continue to wrap this up, you got to see 28 Years Later, Law. Is it a sequel to 30 Years Later? 30 seasons later, baby. Come out with that scary movie. That would be scary as hell. The Boys season 5 next year. Okay, so they coming out with I need to go back and watch this last season of The Boys and catch up with you guys on that one. Yeah, the Penguin was fire. I just like to binge watch movies. I like to let them lap over and then you just go in there and binge watch it, right? So that's where I'm at. Badlands, Moblands, I need to do it. Law is coming out. Blue Samurai is coming out 2026. Okay. Damn, they should be. Hey, that movie should be already out. It's cartoons. It shouldn't take that long. Jeez. Cowboys will win the Super Bowl in the next 10 years. Jerry. Yeah. I didn't like 28 years later. Is that a spinoff from 28 Days Later or something like that? Yeah. I watched the Castlevania on Netflix. I watched also, which one? The Zeus Bloodline. That was a real good one. The Zeus Bloodline was really good. I enjoyed the whole series on the Blues. The Zeus Bloodline. That was really good, y'all. Y'all go watch that. Let me see what else movie I'm watching right now. What else series? The Chi is really good. Watching The Chi, I'm watching that. BMF, I'm watching that. I'm caught up on all of those shows there. But basically, there's nothing else to watch. There's nothing else to watch. I done watched everything that should be watchable at this point. And Mobland is fire. Okay. I'm going to have to start watching Mobland then, you know. All right, Cowboy Nation, man, that's enough for me stealing all of your time. Be sure to check out more content that we do throughout the day and night. And there should be some shorts and stuff like that, some motivational highlights and stuff like that. We've been busy working and doing other things. And tomorrow there may be no live stream at all. If it is, it'd be a case of emergency as far as a I don't have to leave right now. Hold on. I forgot to talk about that. Yeah. Y'all gave me more time. Oh, y'all cool on talking off of these off-topic subject matters. Oh, yeah. Sometimes in life, man, hold on. Let me get to this part right here. Yeah. I forgot to go over this, you know. Yeah. Sometimes in life will show you who you are and what you do and things like that. And the manosphere been hitting, you know. And this girl, she's from Dallas, by the way, B. Simone. She gets a reality check after previously saying she wouldn't date a man that's working from 9 to 5.
You can't have a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
What? Why not? You don't want to have an honest job?
He can't have an honest job.
He could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
She wants CEO, y'all.
He can't clock in and clock out. Damn,
Just my finances. Like the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M. I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah. He can't.
Now, I'm not laughing at her level up and her level down, but at the end of this day, ladies and gentlemen, not being able to shop at a certain spot and crying about it is a terrible thing to be in, right? Like, where's your humility with dignity is that, lady? Come on with it. Now, you said that you wouldn't date that Tyrone that work at a 9 to 5. That's working hard to earn his living. You wouldn't date that Tyrone. But now you're crying because you got to shop at H&M. Let this and somebody make this make sense. Come on, what are we turning into? No, you know, what's going on? Now, granted, a woman that's really in tune with her self-respect as it relates to her overall psyche, that woman, if y'all really know, if ladies, y'all really know, us as guys and fellas, we don't care, because there can be a woman right now that can go to Ross, she can go to Payless, get her shoes if Payless still exists, she can go to TJ Maxx. If she got a good personality and a perfect smile and all of this stuff, we don't care. We will still be able to seek her for the attention. It doesn't matter of the material. And the same thing for us fellas too, for those who need to know, right? It's all about the energy and vibes, not about the clothes you wear, you know. But at the end of the day, this young lady said that she cut out all of the guys that's working 9 to 5. He could be moonlighting. There's people that's really in tune with what they're trying to do, and they're working an honest job, 9 to 5. Get off of that. And they may go valet some cars from 7 to 10. Or they may go out there and say to themselves, hey, I'm going to jump on YouTube and do some content creations. So hopefully my moonlighting job or my side job can one day be more than my 9 to 5 job. And then I can quit my 9 to 5 job. And then just like this, within a matter of a year, you went from making $40,000 a year to $250,000 to $250,000 to $1 million. It happens over and over again in this space. But so many people that's entitled will snub their nose and be down or belittle someone who's working an honest job. Like the guy that's robbing folks 9 to 5 times. Hey, he's more appeasing because he got tangible money, right? But that's not long money. So women in this space get so hooked on the material things that it's crazy. That she's out here bawling in tears because she got to shop at H&M. Can you imagine if you didn't have H&M money, what she would do? She'd probably jump out the building and slice her throat before she hit the ground. That's how entitled she is. That's crazy.
Every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
It was in Bloomingdale's. Oh. We got to go to H&M. What? Sit your tail at the house, lady. What's going on with you? You know, these type of things are just crazy, man. Rico says gold diggers can kick rocks. Come on with it. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Man, validation is a crazy subject matter to be trying to flex with. Yes, indeed. It is crazy. You got it. She weird for saying that ish. Ain't that right? You got it. He can be a street sweeper. He can be clean. He can be a janitor. As long as he treats you right, give him a shot. You know, hey, where you going, man? I'm finna go mop floors on aisle 9. Where at Piggly Wiggly? Yeah, I'm in the only ones that's still open, man. I'm mopping floors. But one day you just not know that I can get out of mopping floors. Think about this. Janitorial supplies and businesses, you can make $250,000 being a janitor of your own business, man. You know, if you can get one contract and land multiple stores or buildings throughout Dallas or throughout the city of Houston, it's your janitorial supplies and companies that sells. People gonna need somebody to buy new cleaning equipment. You can start mopping floors and you can send your crew of people. That's how you gang up. So many people think that the janitor ain't making money. Man, janitors making money these days if they are set up under the right contracting, right? There's mechanics that's making crazy money. And the way cars are made now, shoot, you a mechanic and you work for a certain company, you're going to make hand over fist by just fixing equipments and stuff. But you can't shun or look down upon someone that's making honest living. And the world needs to stop that, right? Honest work in money, yeah, is not sexy anymore, according to her. Yeah, it's crazy. Ain't this right, Aztec? You know, come on with it. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Hyundai Hives vets, and known for hiring vets. Come on, yeah, hiring a vet. Yeah. So it's just ways that you got to look at life outside of the box, you know. But nowadays, we are living in a microwavable society. If you don't got it, you can go get it, right? If you don't have the height, I've seen guys that's 5'5" turn around within a year. Now they 6'2". How? You know, they got the extensions. You know, you can he got the long legs but short arms still. You know, y'all seen that guy? He spent $80,000 or $100,000 to be 6 foot. And you know what would be crazy? He still got them 5'5" arms, but he's 6 foot. They're like T-Rex, you know? And it would be crazy that the woman that he probably seeking to validate for or seeking to get validation from, she probably would still say, hey, baby, even though you're 6 foot, you're still not tall enough. She still might give him the curve. And that's on the fella's side. So at the end of the day, stop doing all of these things to fit into a crowd, right? If she like you, she gonna like you for who you are. And that's the one you want. You want the one that fix your breakfast in bed, and you do the same for her, and y'all can be good in these particular spaces. Y'all can talk about life goals and dreams. But if it's only one-sided, it's crazy. yeah, VA boy, that's wild. Hey, I'm 6 foot, but you got little arms, man. He still can't reach the top of the shelf. He tried to get the top of the shelf. Hey, he'd have spent $100,000 to extend his legs, but his arm's still short. And like, hey, dog, it'd be another $50,000 to do your arms. So for a full year, he like this. hey, old boy like this. Yes, it did. And it's sad. Just like them women with them BBLs. They spend all that money, got to lay on their stomach for a whole 2-3 months just to get a bigger butt. You know what I'm saying? And Tyrone, now he done fooled around, slid off of somebody with a sliding board booty. So she done did all of that for nothing. Yo, yeah, you go broke trying to match these profilers. Yeah. Now, once again, if you got the BBL, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking with you. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I went and got that BBL for that Tyrone, and he still cheated on me. Yeah. Who he cheated on with you with? Yeah, with Becky with the sliding board back. Yeah.
Blue Magic. Are you shitting me?
Oh, my God.
Are you shitting me?
Oh, shit. And then they don't stop right there. Mariah Mills. I would Google that name, but I don't want to get hit with a yellow flag. All right, so in other conversations, let me move on from this as we were departing anyway. Yeah, shout out to you, Zion, you sick. Oh, my gosh, man. But this was a conversation that happened yesterday. Or the day before yesterday. Jim Jones calls out Shannon Sharp at the gym. Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, yo, Shannon, did you work out today?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Wow. He skipped all the leg days. That boy built like a big T. You know what I'm saying? All right, so, but neither here nor there. That brother done skipped leg day, but he calling out Shannon. Let's see.
Talking all that shit. Weekends, I do warrior sets. These pull-ups with resistant bands, bro.
Yeah.
Can you even lift your own body weight? We can all lift a bunch of weight. But can you lift your own body weight, big fella?
Big fella!
The world wants to know.
Are you shitting me?
When you gonna meet us in the gym? Huh? That's what the world wants to know. So when you gonna meet us in the gym?
Meet him at the gyms.
Please tell me that.
Oh boy says Jay Lombardi said Jim Jones got those parentheses legs.
Remember this weekend work. No AC, just in the heat, no water for an hour.
That joker he never did a calf raise in his life, y'all. Yeah. Oh my God, that boy got knots on knees.
Boy. In the desert. In case they gotta put me with the Marines on a special mission. Ready for that? Tap in. Let me know when the challenge is.
All right, he finna work the legs now, though. Yeah. Let's get him. Man, let me quit talking about Jim Jones, man. Ballin', we fly, you know it. Oh, my gosh, man. Cowboy Nation, man. Those were the two extra stuff that we talk about outside of Cowboys football. At the end of the day, if you're crying because you got to shop at H&M, imagine shopping at the flea market. Because there is a guy by the name of Jerry Wayne Jones and his son that they look like they could be brothers, Stephen Jones or John Stephen Jones, that's his full government name, that is with much money that they have, they still will go to the flea market, Ross, TJ Maxx. So it's not about the money. We will rejoice if they go to Bloomingdale's or H&M to go grab some players. But we do oftentimes shop at the flea market and we find a gem here and there. ladies and gentlemen. Dipset, right? Or we the Temu boys. Temu boys, that's who we are. Where my Temu guy at? He was mad at his squeeze. Yeah, he was mad at her. You know, where he at?
Stanley got this bull card, this Temu bull card up in his app.
He tried not to cuss. He said we gonna stop it.
There ain't nothing free about Temu. Yeah, you talking about stuff free? Ain't nothing free about Temu.
It's free. He said, it ain't nothing free about Temu.
The shipping here costs $100. It costs $6. You ship it by the time you ship it. $400 or $500.
They be saying I got so much stuff.
Honey, stop filming this bull.
Look at that Temu. Bull corn. Hey, we gotta watch him do this one more time. Watch it.
Up in this app. You gonna stop this shit, man.
Watch it. He tried not to cuss. Ain't nothing free. Watch you do this.
You talking about stuff free? Ain't nothing free about Temu.
It wasn't ain't nothing free. Hey, chill out, man. Temu. We looking for sponsors, man, to get me to Oxnard, man. Temu boys. Temu. That boy is hot. Ain't nothing free about Temu. Temu, mother sucker. That's bullcorn. The item is $6 and it costs you $30 to send it. That's $36. $36. It's not $6. Low key, TikTok shop do the same thing. I saw a nice little set that I wanted to get from TikTok. It was like a battery charger kit with a fan on it. $12.99. By the time I was trying to tick to the top to shop to get it out of it, it says $48.99. I literally quoted Michael Irvin.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I said it gonna be at TikTok until I bump into Ross or until I bump into Marshalls or something like that to see that same little set. I don't have $48 to spend on a $12 item. But come on, Doc Woods. You gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. I was so fast. This is how my track coach used to talk, and I got Doc Woods in the chat. I was so fast that I could be in bed before dark when I turned the lights off. And when I walk, I ain't lying, when I walk in Valley, I was a legend before Jerry Rice. And that's right, Wilbert. The grass would die behind my feet. I'm a legend. That's the great Doc Woods would say. He taught me so many things in life. And he taught me why the smoke always follow you if you're doing something bad. And he said if the smoke always follow you, that means you're ugly. There's a whole nother. The rabbit. Yeah, Doc Woods. I'm the rabbit. Yeah. That boy, he said, I'm the rabbit. I'm fast. Greg Carter was the fastest man I coached. Chris Shaw don't have nothing on Greg Carter. But neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation. He did kind of sound like a Muhammad Ali to a degree. I am the greatest. The key part of Muhammad Ali saying that he's the greatest, he was saying that before he was great. And I'm going to tell y'all right now that's watching, there's greatness inside of all of you guys. You just got to extract it so the world can see. You got to be able to put yourself in position so that your greatness can shine. Ain't that right, Aztec? Ain't that right, Bobby King? Ain't that right, Doc Woods? You got to position yourself so that your greatness can shine. Like I said, there's two most important days of your life. The day you was born and the day you realized or understood the levels of your purpose. And that is the only way you are uniquely created. So your space is unique to yours, Dr. Q. Your space is unique to yours, was it Rico? Jerry Jones, the gambler. Your greatness is inside of you, but you got to extract it. And the only way that you can extract your greatness if you put yourself in conditions or in places that you're not always in. You got to move on from the location that you're in. You got to continue to grind to the spot that you need to be in by getting out of your own way. It's you versus you. It's not you versus law. It's not you versus the next man. It is literally you versus you. And how do you do that, ladies and gentlemen? By repurposing and reshifting your mind to things. I say this quote at the end of all of my speeches. One day I can see myself speaking into millions, baby. And they're going to be right here wanting to hear from Law Nation. How did you get here? Where have you been? Where are you coming from? Who are you? And I'm going to say, a person with a PhD. What is that, Law? Yeah, what is that PhD? We didn't see no school did you get from that. And I said, yeah, poor, hungry, and determined. Poor, hungry, and determined to make something happen. The mindset, the elevations. Hey, man, why you just don't do a 1-hour stream? Hey, man, why you won't just do a 30-minute stream? Hey, man, why don't you just stick to sports and talking Cowboys? How are you giving us all of this information? Because when you have greatness inside of you, you got to spit it out on all of the people so that they can get hit with the blessings, right? From the creator of the universe living within inside of you. Now he's outside letting people know that this man is great. That's from Doc Woods. I see you in the chat. Because I was sitting up front one time and he spat on me. I said, damn, coach. He said, well, hell, maybe you may run faster. That's nutrients. I always sat in the middle of the road there ever since then, not up front. But neither here nor there. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you would gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you, Paul, you, Ice, you, VA, you, Steven, you, Jay, and Doc, away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, lean forward if you don't like it and get slapped, but you will get it, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Stand tall or not at all. And let's run it up, baby. Come on. Tell them run it up. Tell them run it up, baby.
I wake up. Yeah. I wake up.
Lost
thumb down
and
roll. No drip this wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Night crash.
Those crazy. Salute to Stephen Carroll from earlier today for dropping 20 in the chat. Appreciate you. And shout out to you. Shout out to you, Gina. David Woods. You God is the poet. Shout out to you all. Thank you. Pose. Come on. Don't zone me. One. Shout out to you, Cuddy. Call me lazy. I put in my hours today, baby.
I need 6 rings like MJ.
Law Nation, let's get it, baby.
I wake up,
Law.
thumb down and check.
Come on.
No
Shout out to you, Stephen White.
Bobby
Key.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up.
Good night, y'all. Law
Nation.
There's going to be more and more content throughout the night, too, by the way. No sleep, no. Don't let me take that plane out to
Y'all gon' make me take that trip where
Philly.
I call them night.
I rock. Come on.
Those London boys don't come to play.
Those Dallas boys don't come to play. Move.
Find yourself, they getting buried.
Getting buried.
Guess with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain.
Not mine, baby.
I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name.
I wake up, law, nation.
No drip, this.
Tell them.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I
Tell them run it up. T-Move boys, baby. T-Move boys. Come on.
Crash, might wreck, but first I tell them run it up.
I got nothing but love for you, baby. Got nothing but love for you, baby.
Oxnard gang. Jerry, let me get in that VIP section though. Hook your boy up, man, with a few tickets, man. Come on with it.
Take a drag of my cigarette.
Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Yeah. Take a bite.
Oxtails and Oxnard.
Save a last bite for you.
And you. Shout out to you, Jerry.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Shout out to Coach AJ.
You know it's dangerous.
Michael Irvin in the building.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can
I be your player too?
I'll follow
Wherever you go.
whatever you do.
Shout out to you, Stephen White.
Play it too.
Hey, T-Move. T-Move still hit me up now. Come on. Walmart too. Let me get a Walmart sponsorship. Right now, Target will save face right now. If Target let me be one of their spokespeople, I might can help them out. Ain't that right? Shoot, I'll be all in Oxnard with Target hat and t-shirts and everything. Come on with it.
Don't let the street lights
Hit you all alone. It's danger, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street
Shout out to Brian Broadus.
Can I be your player too?
I follow wherever you go. Y'all reach out to Target and say, hey man, Law Nation, he grinds every day. He can help y'all out with y'all problems. Just send him about 2-3 million. Shoot. Shout out to you, Jerry. You're gonna have me. Wait a minute. Jerry said he's gonna have me sitting next to Jamie Foxx measuring stuff. Come on with it. Don't do that with me. Jerry. 9.5. What?
So far,
the long arm of the law. That's crazy.
And they understand the cost.
Fly on.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We are going to leave together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching. There's 1,000 that's watching online.
Jerry, we might can make that happen. He says, imagine Law, Broadus, Botch, and Jeff Kavanaugh. If we all in Oxnard, we'd do one of our review shows. Come on with it.
But I need everyone standing up here with us, with me.
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed
Because again,
up?
it costs to sit up here. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folks.
He said he want to see the folks.
Y'all start moving.
Y'all start
bring it
moving
right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the. Take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
On the bucket.
I'm still oh my goodness.
Giving is worship.
Oh my goodness.
Giving is worship.
I cannot
Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
If you win or lose,
that's it.
You know you got to pay. Take some money out, all of it. Live on Monday. Come on.
Yeah. You're wasting my time now. Come on.
Until next time.
Come on.
DC for life. Put the tape measuring down. Oh my God, it's crazy, man. Appreciate y'all. One love. Until next time. Salute. Peace. We about.
Nobody does it better. They can come closer than close. Yeah. Original, they never will.